Jalen Renee, and I'm here today to give you 5 tips to living your very best life. So if you're interested, stay tuned. I am not an expert. However, these 5 tips I'm going to give you, I know for sure they will work. They will help with your journey along the way with prospering, making better decisions, having positive attitude. It's just going to overall make your life better, make your relationships better, make your money better, make your surroundings better. It is going to really open up a whole nother dimension of your life for you. Now, what do I mean when I say know thyself? Know thyself means knowing who you are. There's you physically, and then there's you inside, your spirit. The most important part is knowing who that inside person is. What's your purpose? How do you go about certain situations? What do you prefer in a relationship? What are your standards? I think this is the most important aspect of self-love. Don't know who you are? Trust me, you get into relationships you have no business getting into. You easily fall into depression. You trap yourself, you limit yourself and put yourself in a box. You allow people to dictate who you are, allow people to spew their opinions about you, and then you allow yourself to make those opinions true. It's kind of like you allow other people to take over who you are when you don't know yourself who you are. You have to learn to accept yourself, who you are, with open arms. And of course, there's going to be numerous things that you want to change about yourself or you want to grow about yourself, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But when you figure out who you are, you have to stand in that truth, know that truth, and accept yourself. If you don't accept yourself, how do you expect anyone else on this planet to accept you? If you don't know who you are, how do you expect to get in a relationship? How do you expect to build positive relationships when you yourself don't even know who you are? That doesn't make any sense. You have to do your work, as Ayana says. You have to do your work and figure out who you are. You are probably asking, okay, how do I go about doing it? And the best thing someone has ever taught me, a very wise person, to study. Study yourself. Start from the beginning and work your way up. Study yourself. Okay, you have a habit about yourself that you don't particularly like. Think back, track back to the events that have happened in your life and figure out why you might have that particular habit. Habits, your abilities, your fears. Study what it is about you that gets you pumped up. Study what it is about you that sends you into depression. Study yourself. I mean, why not study yourself? I think we spend a lot of time studying each other. Have you ever just been bored one day and spent 3 hours scrolling up and down on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook? You're studying other people, spending time studying other people. Guess what? You can take that time and study yourself. Know yourself. Know thyself. Once you're finished watching this video, I need you to go to a quiet place and I need you to write down every single negative thing that you think about yourself, that other people have told you about yourself, any traumatic events, depressive events that you have been through. Write down any negative thought, any negative aspect, any fear that you have in life towards yourself, toward other people, towards the world, everything. I need you to write it down. Okay? And when you finish writing everything down, I need you to take the paper, rip it up, and throw it away. I have done this particular thing so many times. When I go through something, whether it's traumatic, whether it's annoying, if it's negative, guess what? I'm gonna write it down get it out of my system. It's like flushing it out. Let me flush it out, or like what I like to say is, let me get my scatterbrain on a piece of paper, because I suffer from scatterbrain. But anyways, it's like flushing it out, getting it out, writing it on paper, ripping it up, and getting rid of it. After you do that, it is gone. We are moving forward. We're not gonna lay in it. We're not gonna stay in it. We're moving forward. And I learned this from a life coach, and it's so empowering. If you really believe it, if you really believe, okay, once I write this down, I am done with it. It's gone. I'm closing the chapter on it. No more. We're moving on. It's not worth it to dwell and live in it. Like, it will literally kill you if you decide to stay with it and stick with it and make it a part of your life. Write it down, rip it up, and move on. Step 3, study the things you want to change about yourself. So once you dig deep inside of yourself and figure out who you are, pick out those things where you're like, ooh, I absolutely dislike this about myself. Like, I cannot with myself. Take that thing or those things and study them. If you're worried about debt, if debt stretches you out, if debt is slowly killing you because it's always on your mind and you feel like there's no way out and I'm always trapped and you're living paycheck to paycheck, guess what you do? You study financial freedom. If you feel like you have an issue with relationships and sustaining them, guess what you study? You study relationships. And I think everybody needs to study relationships. Relationships are one of those things. It's such a broad aspect. I mean, if you feel like you're getting in relationships and the relationships are only going to a certain point, you need to study, why is it only getting to that certain point? What am I doing? Who am I choosing? Who am I attracting? What is it? Study those things. And if you don't know the purpose of a relationship or why relationships were created, where do they come from, all of that, do the root work. Go to the very, very, very beginning. Rather, if you feel like if it's the Bible that you need to go to, if you feel like you need to study science, whatever your heart is telling you to go to, whatever your intuition is telling you to go to, that's for you. That's your world. That's who you are. That's a part of who you are. We are all different. We are not the same. We all live in our own world, and that is okay. It's okay. That's how the world goes around. It's okay. We're all different. But in order to get to the happiness that you are desiring, or that living your best life, feeling that you're desiring, you have to study and know yourself. Study those things about yourself that you may like, but you want to prosper a little bit more. For example, if you know a skill or a trade, but you haven't really been practicing it or using your gift, like you know you have the potential to use it, study what's going on in the market right now. Study different ways that you can operate in that gift. You have to do the work. You have to study it. Study those things that you want to change about yourself, whether good or bad. Figure them out. Open a book. Use Google. Use all the other million search engines that are out there. Study what you want to change. Affirm who you are. I was never told the importance of affirmation. I guess I should say I was never told. I just never realized what I was doing, and I wasn't practicing in it enough. Affirmations, affirm who you are. Put it in place. And you can put it in place so much that nobody will be able to move it. It's yours, and nobody can tell you anything different about yourself. After you get done writing down those negative things and ripping that up and throwing it away, go to your next page and write a sentence of affirmation. I'm going to play you what I play myself every morning and every night. Here it goes. I am successful. I am financially free. I am a teacher for those who seek freedom mentally. And I am a student who learns always to continue to reach complete happiness. I am a great mother. I am a great lover. I am a great friend. And sometimes I play that over and over and over and over and over again in the morning when I'm getting ready for work or at night when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Affirm who you are. When you are confident in standing who you want to be and who you are, guess what? Nobody can tell you anything different. You'll believe it, and the universe has to give it to you. The universe is here for us to use. It's to our service. Literally to our service. Trees were put here, animals were put here, plants were put here. Everything was put here for our good of use. You tell the universe what you want, and guess what? It's going to come back to you. The universe is going to give you exactly what you want. Affirmations about money, about love, about business, about every little part of your life. I mean, it's such a small task with such a big meaning. It has a huge meaning on your life, and it will shape the way you look at yourself, the way others look at yourself, how you go about your day, how you end your day. It will really help you shape who you are and who you want to be, in a sense. I heard number 5 at a businesswomen's night out that I attended, and Miss Natalie Warren put it so plain. Make fear your friend. Now you know when you're about to do something big or something different and you get like anxious, or you might get a little bit sweaty, and you just feel fear creeping up on you. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, that's a good thing. That means you're doing in that moment exactly what you're supposed to be doing. That means you're transforming, you're growing, you're elevating, you're going to a whole different dimension of yourself. It's gonna be fearful. It's definitely gonna be fearful. However, who said fear was bad? Society, right? Society taught us fear is a bad thing. When you feel fear, you have to run away. You don't have another option. You have to run away. You can't stay there. You can't continue to pursue what you're doing. Incorrect. Miss Warren went into detail and explained how making fear your girlfriend could be the best thing in life for you. As soon as you feel fear, that means you need to keep prospering and keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Whatever it is, you need to continue. Make fear your friend, because when she shows up, you're like, oh, okay, something big is about to happen. Something great is going to come out of this. Something bigger than what I can imagine right now is going to come out of this. So make fear your friend. Open your arms to fear. It's okay. It's going to feel out of place because you're so used to being in one dimension that when you switch over to another one, it's almost like a supernatural power. So make fear your friend. I hope you ladies enjoyed this. If so, make sure you give a thumbs up. Please make sure you subscribe. There will be new videos every week, so make sure you stay in tune with me. Any questions you may have, make sure you comment below. And comment below what you got. Tell me about some of the experience you went through, if you tried any of these tips or any of the tips that you've tried. Let me know, because I'm always open to learning new things, and I'm always open to doing new things, especially if it's gonna help me and my family prosper. So until next time, bye.